First of all, thank you so much and allowing me to talk on this topic. So my name is Nishant Kalia. I'm taking care of complete pre-sales globally for Prophaze. And what is Prophaze? Prophaze is more into application security, web security, API security, and the agenda and purpose to come into the NBFC segment is to define the uh, terms that when we talk about the banks, when we talk about the NBFCs, it's all about APIs, how the API integrations are happening, how many API calls are happening on the backend side. So I'm here to talk more about the problem statements, the issues which we are facing right now in the day in day out life when we talk about the bankings and the NBFCs. So, are we facing any kind of, challenges when we talk about the APIs? There are a lot of APIs which are driven on the backend side, and it's like a distributed ecosystem. So, do we have a very distributed solution where it can communicate the solution to all the APIs in one go and give you one set of solution? Or when we talk about the vulnerability patch management, one of the biggest problems for NBFCs and on all the banking, even we talk about any verticals, one of the challenges is the vulnerabilities, right? So how we are catering all those vulnerabilities. So we have all the common pain points. The pain point is that we have to go for a regular VAPTs, do the patch management, deadlines we have to meet, make sure what controls we are bringing when we talk about the compliances and all those things. So answer to all the questions is Prophaze from the cybersecurity point of view is that this product is more like a proactive solution. You can customize, tailor the whole solution from controls to compliances to customizations from the rules to business logics, everything. I'm bringing Prophaze to you as in the product which is being established 5 years back and which talks about the complete end-to-end application security posture management. So when you see, right now one of the big challenges with any of the products is that, I don't want to name it directly as an WAF or an WAP, you call it web application API security or you call it web application firewall. I want to tell it as a solution designer or a solution architect or a product which can, customize and make the differences. So what challenges we are having right now into the market? The challenges is that the products are the applications are hosted in a centralized environment. Now what we have is that we are talking about edge security. We are the only company right now which are having the 50 plus POPs across the globe on AWS, GCP, Azure. And when I talk about cloudification is a concept where customer is having their own data center, and that's a private cloud. Now, big challenges come when we have to deploy the solution in the clouds and all those things. So, there are a lot of challenges are there when you talk about the state-sponsored attacks are there. Global cybercrime cost is greater than $8 trillion annually. You can imagine $8 trillion annually is a global cybercrime cost. Websites are facing the, all kind of enterprise attacks. Defacements are there, shutdowning of the things. And there are four, companies you can see LinkedIn, Facebook, Zoom, and you can see 1.1 billion user base is there. Now 0.7 billion user base for the sale on the dark web is there. For the Facebook, 0.353 billion user base is exposed, and for the Zoom, 0.5 million user base available on the dark web for the sale. So just imagine being such a leading companies into the market, still they are having this kind of issues, and how we going to cater that and how we are thinking about that. We can't do that from the reactive measures. There has to be a proactive measures, and which should be taking a predefined policies in order to address the issues. So what I'm talking here is about, a revolution happened in the technology. You might have seen the revolution happened on the endpoint firewalls. You might have seen the products becoming from antiviruses to EPPs. Endpoints are becoming from XDR to MDRs. But there was no revolution happened when we talk about WAF or web application firewall. We call it 1.0 technology is a time when there were the boxes were like there, like Citrix or 40web kind of boxes were there, where large big boxes you get from China, Taiwan, put the rules inside the boxes and make it happen. Lot revolution happened when the applications move over to the cloud. Okay, when the cloud security was in need, That's where the products like, different products came into the market, which are Gartner listed products, if you name them, right? And they are done a pretty good job, but still they are not, moved to a, that level of API protection, bot protection, and all those things. So what I'm talking about is WAF 3.0. Okay, now this is the revolution which happened. 2017 was a time when the Kubernetes was a technology launched by Google, and we are the world's first company who has launched the WAF on microservices. Being on microservices, their underlying benefits are there, where the customer can have, the rolling updates can happen, the response to the attack vector happens very fast. We have a different POPs, so that, automatically it can identify the issues and, resolve the pain points, can convert the rules into business, business logics into the rules. Then the DevSecOps perspective is there. And then, of course, supporting all the IoT devices, right? So for when we talk about NBFCs right now, when we are hearing a pitch from the CMS, they were talking about the IoTs, right? And if you see the backend of the IoTs, they are web UIs only. If you're protecting the web UIs, then of course, we can secure the whole channel on that. Then one of the biggest things happened with Prophaze is that, we've been talking this thing a lot, that, Prophaze is one of the biggest product when we talk about, DDoS protection. Layer 7 DDoS is one of the USP of the product. What happened was that, there was a big time attack happened in 2023, April 8, okay? A hacktivist called Anonymous Sudan, okay? They're a team of army, they are motivated by some, political agenda. They did an attack on Indian airports. The airports were Goa Airport, Hyderabad Airport, Mumbai Airport, Kochi Airport, Airport Authority of India, and all these airports were got attacked. Prophaze was the only company being and make in India and fully on-premise, survived this DDoS attack, and Hyderabad Airport and Delhi Airport was up. Rest all the airports were shut down. There was an outage of 10 hours. And I'm talking about big billion-dollar Gartner listed companies. They were not able to resolve this issue. We have done that. That's the reason, we came into the Economic Times and everywhere in the news that, how we resolve this issue when we talk about the DDoS attack. Product worked, exponentially very well. What happened was the whole platform got scaled up when this DDoS attack happened automatically. It understood, created a sandbox environment, understood what is a good attack and bad attack, and all the requests were served by 502 and 503. So it's an intelligent WAF where less of human intervention is needed, and we are in the times where NBFCs or any other, verticals we are talking about, we have to focus more on the digitization, creativity, we have to talk about the products, services and all those things. Then how we can think too much about cyber security and taking that pain points, So it's an intelligent WAF which can take the decision on it itself and makes the incident life cycle shorter. It's all about incident life cycle. If the incident life cycle is going longer, of course, definitely we are losing the game, right? So it's a platform, it's a full-fledged platform. So if you see, we have a behavior-based API security, AML, layer 7 protection is there, multi-cloud application security is there, CDN is there, CDN POP is there. Okay, we have a DNS security. We have a global DNS load balancings are there. On-premise solution is there. It's a fully on-premise deployment can be possible for your all the applications. And of course, not last but the least, the best bot protection right now, in the world. Why I'm saying is that the bots are not easy to handle. We have the use cases where the people have shifted their whole workload from the Gartner listed products to Prophaze because there was a solutions where bots were not able to understand whether it's a good bots or bad bots, and their WAFs or their solutions were scaling for a bad bots also, right? So it has to be intelligent WAF which should scale up only for good bots, not for bad bots. And these are some of our key customers. So GMR Group is our customer, where all the, you can say all airports, Authority of India and everything is running on GMR Group. Then we have O2 Power, Dr. Agarwal IKH Hospital is there. They've also got attacked by DDoS attack. We survived with that attack. TCI Group is our customer, Harbinger Group. Then Macom Finance, Manappuram Finance is one of our key customer, Indian Immunological. And of course, we have like 70 plus customers globally. Now, last not the least, of course, we got some awards also. So we are not right now in the Gartner because of some criteria in terms of, having 5 years stake or, what kind of revenue we are generating. But we are in Kapinga Coal. We are the first Indian company which has came as in cybersecurity into a Kapinga Coal report. No other company has done that. We are bringing a revolution. Then we got a Data Security Council of India award by NASSCOM, which was last year. It was a completely cutthroat competition. 200 companies participated, and we were the sole winners out of that. And DCI awards also we got. So last thing, not the least, what I wanted to say is that this is the product which will completely run into a blocking mode. There is no concept of monitoring mode. When you talk about firewalls, just go and check with your vendors. How much your applications. Okay, it's all about 80 plus of applications when gentleman was talking about. And when you talk about applications, RBI mandate said that all the transactions over the application should happen from the security point of view. So you should go and check with the customer, with the vendor, that how much of your applications are running into a blocking mode. They will say it's going to be 20% only. That's the real thing I'm telling you right away. Prophaze is the only company which 100% runs into a blocking mode. Because of that, our false positives are near zero. Okay, so that's it from my side, and happy to answer any questions if you have on that.